אפילו עם הצבע הזה בהתחלה, אתה חייב להוציא החוצה.
اللي من المنطقة البعيدة إلى القريب، يا لحي رد وراي رد وراي، دنا الردوم
دنا الردوم،
قبل قحوم
قبل قحوم،
بنت ضيحان
نجيبها زودة عالطول طويها قفول، ما يلحق من كبها مس الحبلين واذبح ميلول، والعمر يروح والسترة كل طلب. بنت الضيحان نجيبها.
Many years ago, I could have not gone into Jordan because Jordan and Israel were in the state of war. Now, we're at peace. When I left Israel, we didn't even know it existed. We knew Wadi Ram as legends and myth.
Wadi Ram, it's like very quiet place, you know. Sometimes only hear bird or the sound of the wind.
My name is Eliav Nissan. I was born in the United States, grew up in Israel, came back to the United States to pursue mountain climbing, rock climbing. I will do in Wadi Ram whatever I can because I think people are getting such the wrong picture about everything. I reconnected with Israeli climbers as I was living in Boulder, and as I started meeting them, they were saying, oh, you know, we could go to Jordan now. There's a peace agreement. There's a great climbing area. So I went there. And Alad told me about Muhammad Hussein. He said, if you go to Wadi Ram, look for Muhammad Hussein. He knows, climbs, and he's a great guy. So I came to the village and I asked, and there's probably 20 Muhammad Husseins in the village. Only in the second year that I went, that I met the Muhammad Hussein.
أهلين أهلين. Welcome back.
Oh, me. And I was surprised how young he was, but how charismatic. I thought, wow, here's James Dean of Wadi Ram.
وعزيل من نومه على راس كوعه أقنب قنيب اللي طوى بطنه الجوع. I start to climb when I'm very young, and I start to guide people the Bedouin road, you know, like where we take them to the top of the mountain. Yeah? Hello, you hear me? Don't laugh, otherwise I will not talk good. Or you need me to shout? Muhammad, this is fucking awesome. You live in a great place, man. Thank you.
قطر سهل وقصر الوصف تغطس لسانها لسان القصيدة تقص هيكل يبي عالم تضاريس مختص يوصف مدرج خصرها للمنصة بمزح مع حمدي بقول له على ايه بتبص قلب الصوت
نعم.
نظر عيني
أيوة.
انا اضربك لك بكاسة
شكرا. Bedouin tea, the sweetest tea in the world.
When you drink this tea you are afraid from the people to eat you in the street because you are so sweet.
Right, yeah.
الدين المطيع والبزر غدا الصيف عند امهات الحيران ابو يطلع حمام نجيبها.
Bedouin, the meaning they are traveling like from place to place. To be Bedouin, you have to know how well you live in the desert. You have to choose the right place, you know. يعني يفكرون الحياة صعبة، بس هي حياة طبيعية هم متعودين عليها يعني منذ الصغر.
The first time I saw Wadi Ram, I was stunned. I was like, there is a lot of rock here. Wow, this is big. This is my 7th year, and as I was coming here, I saw the less and less climbers, tourists. I talked to a lot of people. People have never heard of Wadi Ram. It's in the Middle East. I asked them, you climb in Patagonia, Yosemite, South America. How come you don't come to Jordan? And they say, there's not enough modern routes. If the locals put routes, we will come. And that kind of started the dream. I talked to Elad about how about if we start putting new routes here, and he was thrilled, so we went to work.
אותי כאן לעשות העבודה השחורה, לנקות. אז אני מנקה את המדף, וצריך לרדת.
Battery, glue, bolt. If you have all of this 3 stuff with them, never he will come back, only in the dark, hanging up in the wall since 7 o'clock until 7 o'clock in the evening. I don't think he eat this cat.
Yeah, it takes a little more strategy because the rock is not perfect.
To say the least.
Okay.
روك
I asked them once a question. I say, why do you decide to do road in Wadi Ram? And he just looked to me. He said, Muhammad.
There is no reason for somebody not to challenge himself. Everybody has some prejudice, and you can't live without have something, you know? But it's not coming from you. It's what's been circulating around you. What is an adventure? You're going into something new. You will meet the culture that right now a little bit is being demonized. Yeah! And you will see for yourself beautiful people, lovely people. And that's what's important. And that's why I think, stop doing the Yosemite Joshua Tree, the Bishop tour. Get out go to the world. I'm sure everybody's gonna laugh about the size of boats we're putting, but the people hang out here. Soft rock, so we glue them in. Oh, we got this German system.
Eli is a machine. Eli is a suffer machine. He would never be discouraged. Eli is my inspiration. Eli is my motivation. One day on the head wall, we ran out of bolts. In the last minute, we needed to put just 2 more bolts on this high pitch. And I thought, that's fine, we'll just leave it for our next session, maybe next season. And then all of a sudden, I realized that Eli is not there. Eli just rappelled down, didn't say anything, walked back to the village, took his stuff, took a taxi, crossed the border back to Israel, drove all the way to Jerusalem, went to this hardware store. Same night, he took a bus back to the border, crossed the border back to Jordan, took a taxi back to Wadi Ram, walked back to the wall, Jumared up, put these bolts, and got back to the village about 48 hours later. I didn't know how to react. I was like, what's wrong? And he said, nothing is wrong. We needed bolts to complete the route, so I went back to Israel to get the bolts. That's it. It's all good now. We can go and climb. Let's go and climb. So we did. We went back to the route to keep working and climbing. Rare breed, Eli.
We named the route Le Sultan de tous les Mujahideen, which means the Sultan of all freedom warriors. And most of it is 12A, 11D, a little bit of 12B. And then there were the 3rd and the 4th pitch, who visually are incredible, but you know right away that now you're talking a whole different grade level. So the way things were going, I was on the wall alone for days, cleaning, gluing bolts, exploring. Elad was on the lower section on a micro traction by himself, trying to do the hard pitches, which we already suspected were 13D. So Elad and I were working on the route for that was the 3rd year. I don't know if we were getting tired, but we fell into this pattern. Self-doubt, is it this, is it really that good? And we needed something to happen to reignite, to reinvent the Sultan.
Just waking up here and wandering around. Slept like the dead, like a jet lag. Anaconda. No.
Madeline is a very accomplished, very experienced climber, very modest, and her technique, her ability to climb hard pitch after hard pitch after hard pitch, far, far off the ground, is amazing. She's very focused and just a joy to be around.
I don't even know where I can get one.
And now she goes on the 3rd and does it like in the 2nd day. I think it gives the whole boost, the reinvention of the whole thing, and Elad shows up to climb with her, and everybody's excited about the route again.
Now Madeline is gonna sand it and make me look like a beginner climber trying to pull hard on fingers, not using my feet right. Yeah, she's gonna do it. Good job. Alright.
Yeah, it's almost like it's not about placing in there, but
No, you
just want to keep moving. Sweet.
So my process was working on the route. I led the first 3 pitches, and then Eli and I passed over the 4th pitch during the night, and I gave it a cursory glance and was impressed by how hard it looked. And then I went up there maybe the next morning and was really quite sure that I wouldn't be able to do sections of it.
It's like 516 plus. That one long pole move, and then 2 significant high steps with my right foot. Like one's like a sort of smear thing, more just like a front point. Take that. I just still don't get this part.
Pace is very important.
Yeah.
You have to move fast and then take the rest when you have them.
Get my right foot up.
Pocket.
I almost think I should like try to get further, get that other right hand, try to rest for a second and try to do that sequence, like from the start of the curve.
تعال 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 صوروا يعني روح سكر بالبراك واطلع على الشارع غاد لا تسوي صوت ولا شيء ماشي يلا اطلع
Muhammad told me that when he was a kid, his mom said, Muhammad, what I want from you, I want you to have a home in every country in the world. And I asked, how is it possible? And his mother told him, every country you have a true friend, you have a home. So now I feel I have a home in Jordan, in Wadi Rum. And Muhammad has a home in the United States or whatever, definitely, if they give him visa. Like, well, I won't get into politics.
هي الحياة البدوية يعني حياة متربين عليها من الصغر يعني وأهالينا يعني هم كانوا يعلمونا كيف تكون تحت الموظف كيف تكرم الناس كيف تكون مبسوط كيف يعني تواجه الناس لما يكونوا ضيوف عندك يعني
Hospitality that goes way back to Bible story, Old Testament stories. Sarah accepting the messengers to her tent, not knowing who they were. It's rooted in the culture.
لازم انك مثلا انك تكون تبدي أحسن ما عندك، لأنه هذا يعتبر ضيف وينقل الصورة عنك يعني. And welcome.
This is the highway.
Super highway.
Yeah. You're first, you are guest in our country, and we have to give you good experience.
How much has tourism gone down?
A lot. Like if it's no wars in Middle East, you know, now the desert you will see it's full of people, you know, because this is the season actually, you know, this time it's not hot, not cold. If it's good season you will find many jeep, many tourists hiking, camel. But from the war in Middle East, you know, and we are part of Middle East and we are in the middle of Middle East, you know.
Yeah.
And the news always, they mention something, it's not good. And people afraid to come, you know, like.
Yeah.
Jordan is a safe country, you know, like nothing, you know, people love the country and we see what happened like in another country. We hope it will finish one day and we are sorry for them, you know, like in Syria, in the country around. And we didn't want this thing to happen in our country.
اوضح قطر مردوفه وخم غيطه يشوفه خلاه يطفع كتوفه محله موظف عبوده.
Life it's changed now, you know. We live in desert, like my parents, they are living in the desert. But for the work, you know, we have to be like in the village. Most of the people in Wadi Ram, they live from tourism. Always they are happy when there is a season, you know.
I have no idea if I can lead this pitch successfully, but it was a really big breakthrough just to start knowing that there's a way for me to climb it. Just to be able to see it as a climb, it's pretty cool and it's a phenomenal pitch.
Now, you know what I really want to see here? I want to see her standing. That's what I really want to see here in the near future.
2 days ago, I tried the route and I got really close to red pointing it. So I'm feeling optimistic about my chances of sending the route. Unfortunately, we leave the day after tomorrow and it's been raining and I have 1 day remaining to try it.
نعد 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 21 22 23 24 لا 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 20 21
Okay, nice. I'm with you.
I stand up on a small right foot, stick my right pointer finger in a hole just right, step out onto the face around this little corner, and really things turn on from there. I reach up to pointer finger kind of lock with my left hand to reach to this down pulling other right pointer finger hole. Smearing my left foot on the face, my right foot on a little nub. I stand way up to a left hand pin scar. My pointer fingers are so strong from this climb. And then smear, push, that gets me left to the hole. And if I get to the hole, I'm freaking sending the pitch.
Everything. Strong. Come on. Strong.
Pretty cold. Okay, Eli.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Well, going down. I couldn't send it today. So close. Just couldn't make my right foot stick enough of the times I got up there. And yeah, beautiful climbing, including this pitch, awaits you if you come to Waadi Rum. Yeah, someone better send it in the next year. I'm coming back.
Every person brings a different vision to the world. And I think the way for people to connect those visions and to understand other people's vision, climbing an adventure is a great way for people to meet and share something that is greater. Nature, challenge, risk, unknown. Suddenly when you are involved in the adventure with other people, it really is positive.
When a Bedouin sees someone out in the desert, you can't know for how long he's been walking.
Like if you're lost or you're stuck in the desert, anyone you could just, he will come help you, you know, without asking you nothing, you know.
Yeah, that's it, huh? Oh, jog. Yeah.
Nobody wins, nobody loses outdoor. When you're on the cliff, you need very few words to understand what another climber is. Stop, right? We don't connect through language or any other. We connect on the climb. The route is clean, bolted, the anchors are in place, and it's open and ready for whoever wants to take the challenge and climb the Sultan. Although none of us got the first ascent, I could speak for myself, I would do it all over again. it was a labor of love, and with the ups and downs and disappointments and difficulties and the beauty of it. And you do for others, you know, like others do for you. Simple as that.
This road, it's something for us with a friend who put it in our heart. Always when I just go out from my house, I look to the wall, I remember the skies.
Oh, it's one of those wherever I'm going to move, unless I sit next to you, Muhammad.
Actually, the Bedouin, they say the smoke, when they go to the person, he's lucky.
Well, I'll try to turn it your way, Muhammad.
Nadir, قولوا لها I hope to see you next year. You are welcome.
You are Baba. خلاص فين؟
برا.
وين؟
يلا برا.